Not every relationship teaches you how to love. Some teach you how not to.
Waiting, praising for the wind, staying in, phase it come.
Apparently, heartbreak is good for writers. At least that's what they say. I'm not so sure about it, but for sure, one relationship has taught me a lot about characters, and to my ex, you were excellent research.
Wishing I could run before I learned to run, but
Breakups are painful,
it all.
but strangely enough, pain is my greatest source of inspiration. I remember sitting there crying, but feeling a strong urge to write a song about my feelings. I often feel empty, but heartbreak gives me fresh ideas during creatively barren times. And what I learned about myself through my last relationship changed my protagonist. They became more real, more human, imperfect. And most importantly, I transferred my experience to my main character. She is no longer rescued, she rescues herself. Before the relationship ended, my protagonist had a savior, and I think it's healthier when the former savior simply becomes a supportive presence. Someone who is there but not responsible for carrying the other person.
It's okay to not know it all.
Now, in my opinion, the purpose of a relationship should be a strong foundation, and that would be, to me, love, of course, trust, and responsibility. I say responsibility because, in the end, a relationship is also a form of labor, just on an emotional level.
Feel the pressure.
Love shouldn't feel like a roller coaster you desperately want to get off, and it shouldn't cloud your mind either, or your perception of yourself. Strangely enough, learning that changed the way I write characters, because when you start seeing people more clearly, your characters stop feeling like ideas. They actually start feeling like people. When I rewrote parts of my story, my protagonist stopped waiting for someone to save her, like I did before, without even noticing. She started making her own choices. I don't think the point of a relationship is for one person to carry it alone because of empty promises or emotional absence or the unwillingness to learn from mistakes. Now, I know that in a relationship you should feel safe and comfortable. You should be able to be yourself. Sometimes it almost feels like we actually have to learn how to love in the first place. And by that I mean everyone involved. A relationship isn't a rescue mission. It's not chaos or constant up and down. It's simply just two people who are actually willing to grow, not just for the sake of each other, but for themselves as well.
Feel pressure turn to passion. Don't let me.
No matter how angry you might feel after a fresh breakup, the pain is real. And when you weave that reality into a story, the story becomes more authentic too. But strangely enough, writing characters sometimes helps us understand people, and sometimes people teach us how to write better characters.